Hello everybody. I hope everybody is doing well today. My name is Mr. Hovland. I'm the art teacher at Spalding Park Elementary. And today I'm going to kind of help you with something called the artistic process and how that can kind of help you create artwork all on your own. All right. So in art, artists use a process called the artistic process. And the artistic process helps artists kind of figure out what they're going to do. Because art, oftentimes being very creative and original artists, they need to come up with ideas all on their own. So a lot of what artists do is they think a little bit, they come up with some ideas, and if you saw from week 2 Seesaw activity, there's a whole activity on how artists come up with ideas, okay? The next thing that artists do to help them is to plan out what they're gonna create. And then finally, with their plan, they are able to create their artwork, and then they're able to reflect on it. Reflecting basically means going back and thinking about what it is that you made and what would you do differently, what did you like, what did you not like, how would you change it, okay? And then finally, the most important part, sharing your artwork, letting everybody know about your amazing artwork that you created, all the different kind of ways that you can share that. So let's talk a little bit about the artistic process, okay? Alrighty, so if we're looking at our artistic process here, the first part was to come up with an idea. And if we looked back at that video from 2 weeks ago where artists get their ideas, I took some time and I thought about it, and I'm thinking fall's right around the corner. It's time for us to get back to school, and one of the first things I always come to my mind when I'm thinking about fall is, for some odd reason, pumpkins. So I want to make a picture of some pumpkins. So there's my idea right there. I'm gonna make a picture of pumpkins, okay? Now, before I start making my amazing piece of artwork of a pumpkin, I wanna kind of plan it out a little bit, and I wanna plan it out so that I know what it is that I'm gonna use. Am I gonna use paint? Am I gonna use crayons? Am I gonna use my markers? Do I wanna make a pumpkin out of crumpled up paper or something like that? There's so many different things that I can do. So I need to kind of plan it out. So let's see what that looks like a little bit. All right, so I got a piece of paper here, just a scratch piece of paper. It doesn't have to be fancy paper or anything. Got a pencil, and I'm gonna just kind of plan out some things. I think I'm gonna make a little pumpkin here, so I'm just gonna sketch out. Sketching means I'm just doing a real quick drawing. Pumpkins are kind of roundish, ovals, circle kind of shapes. It's got a little stem there. So I'm just gonna kind of figure out what my pumpkin's gonna look like. Maybe I'm gonna be super creative. Maybe I'm gonna have like a square pumpkin. And I'm looking at that. That's kind of cool. It could be different. Yeah. Maybe I want to make my pumpkin a little bit more different than anything I've seen before. So maybe I want to do like a pumpkin that has maybe some patterns in it or something. I want to do patterns just to kind of make it different. So I'm going to think about patterns, and patterns are shapes that repeat or lines that repeat. So I'm going to do maybe something like that. Maybe put some circles in that one. This is looking a little bit different, a little bit new. Maybe squares in that one. Maybe numbers. We'll have to do numbers in this one. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's a little bit different. So here, I just took a few seconds here and I just planned it out. And again, they're just a quick sketch. I'm not wasting any paper. I'm not wasting any of my materials. And it kind of helps me kind of figure out what it is that I want to do. All right. All right. So, got a plan. Made a little sketch there. Now I'm going to take my plan, and I think I'm ready to start making my artwork. I think I decided that I'm going to use some crayons for this pumpkin. So I'm going to look for a nice piece of paper and get my box of crayons out, and I'm going to start creating my artwork now. Let's see what that's going to look like. Okay, so there's my plan, and I decided I kind of want to do this kind of pattern pumpkin here. Got my box of crayons, and I got my nice piece of paper, and lo and behold, I made a nice little drawing of a pumpkin, and I added these patterns, added some leaves in the background just to kind of make it a little bit different, kind of tie it in with fall. And I'm pretty happy with myself right now. I created this unique pumpkin, something you don't see every day. It's very original, and yeah, I'm happy. So now what I would do is I'm gonna reflect on my artwork here, okay? And reflecting again means what would you do differently? What would you change? What do you like about it? Could I go back and maybe add some paint to this? Could I maybe just color in the spaces, color in the different areas and everything like that? So that's reflecting, okay? Maybe you're reflecting with a friend or a neighbor or a family member and say, hey, what do you think about this? What could I change, okay? All right, so we are almost done with the artistic process. I've created some amazing artwork. I thought about it, I reflected, what would I do differently? What could I do change? What did I really like about it? Now, the most important part is to share your artwork. And sharing your artwork can come in many, many different forms, okay? It could be as simple as saying, hey, look at my amazing artwork that I made. It's fall, let's hang this up in the house. It could be, maybe it's that time, maybe somebody's got a birthday coming up and say, hey, I worked really hard on this amazing artwork and I would like to give you this as a gift. It could be calling up your art teacher and saying, hey, I spent a lot of time, I worked really hard on this beautiful artwork. Would you mind hanging it up in the hallway? And your art teacher's gonna be like, of course, I love this. I'm so glad that you did this. Let's get that hung up right away. Maybe there's an art show coming up in your community and you want to enter into the art show. So many different things that you can do for sharing. Take a picture of it with your camera and upload it to Facebook. Let everybody know about it, okay? You're an amazing artist. You do amazing work. Let's share that artwork, okay? I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope that the artistic process makes sense. And I hope to see you next time. Have a great day.